There will be an abundance of new video games coming out this year. In 2023, gamers will be able to do it all, from exploring familiar worlds in remastered classics to exploring fantastic new ones in innovative new releases. New video games are scheduled to be released in the coming year, some of which have not even been announced yet. There are already a lot of great games confirmed for next year, and more are likely to be announced at upcoming events like the rumored Xbox Bethesda Conference, Summer Game Fest, and E3 2023. The year 2023 is shaping up to be fantastic, even if some of these are pushed back from their planned release dates or possibly wind up in 2024. Let's start with Fire Emblem Engage. The new game, Fire Emblem Engage, is an attempt to get back to the series' roots. There's a garrison town called Garrej Mok, reminiscent of your base in Fire Emblem Three Houses, where you may manage your troops and stock up on gear. Along with the grid-based combat that is typical of the series, the famous sword beats axe, axe beats lance, lance beats sword, weapon triangle from previous games is back. Emblem characters from previous Fire Emblem games, like Marth, Lyn, and Byleth, join your units in battle and give them stat boosts and new weapons. The Nintendo Switch version will be available on January 20th. Next one is Forspoken. The developers of Final Fantasy XV are working on a new role-playing game called Forspoken, which appears to have some promising combat and traversal mechanics. In this isekai game, you take on the role of a New Yorker who, for some reason, is transported to the desolate land of Athia. You use magical parkour abilities to speed about its large open area, and combine different sorts of elemental power to defeat corrupted monsters. The release date is set for January 24th for the PlayStation 5 and the computer. Now we have Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones has been delayed so many times that it's quickly becoming the Chinese democracy of the video game industry. It's good to know that the game will be out in 2023 though. Players will take on the role of pirates and travel across the Indian Ocean in the action-adventure game. It will be interesting to see what kind of gaming experience, nearly 10 years after, and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of development work, results in. This alone will make playing the game worthwhile. On March 9th, the game will be available on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Upcoming is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Cal Kestis has reappeared, but this time it seems as though he and his droid sidekick BD-1 are operating independently. From the trailer of the game, it looks like Cal and his teacher, Sir Juanda, have broken up so that Cal can fight the Galactic Empire on his own terms. It was a wonderful reinvention of From Software's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and the highly rewarding swordplay in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order seemed like it was done with lightsabers instead of swords, so it is exciting to see what comes next for the franchise. The 17th of March is the release date for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Following up this list with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It appears that the follow-up game, to the one that got an entire Nintendo console off the ground, will be bigger and better than the one that came before it. Link will be able to fly high above the slowly rebuilding Kingdom of Hyrule in the new game's sequel. Even though the gameplay seems to be similar to Breath of the Wild, we don't know much about the rest of the game. Why is there such a strong emphasis on the sky? Is this game a sequel or a prequel? And maybe most crucially, the contentious weapon durability mechanic is coming back. The Nintendo Switch will be available for purchase on May 12th. Next is Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is the highly anticipated sequel to the highly rated Batman Arkham games by Rocksteady Studios. This time, it's up to the villains to save the world. Brainiac sends out the Suicide Squad to deal with renegade superheroes like Batman and the Flash, who appear to be possessed by the villain Brainiac. Also, Kevin Conroy, who recently died and was a well-known voice actor who did the voice of Batman in Batman, the animated shows, and many other shows, gave one of his last performances in the game. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox One series will be available on May 26th. Are you enjoying this video? If so, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Going forward, we have Street Fighter VI. It was hooked from the start because of the game's extensive character creation tools, which turned the closed beta into a veritable feast for freak lovers. The game's nostalgic atmosphere also appeals to me. Gene Park, who participated in the limited test, says it's an eerily faithful digital recreation of classic video games from another age. One where people form alliances and spectators become arcade warriors looking for the next win. It is launching on June 2nd for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, and PC. And now we have one of my favorites, Diablo IV. If you're looking for a dungeon crawler, go no further than Blizzard. There is now a thriving sub-genre of hack-and-slash RPGs focused on loot runs and ladder grinding, and the next version, Diablo IV, won't be out for more than a year after the release of the last game, Diablo III. It will be available on June 6th for the PC, Xbox One, Xbox One X, and PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 consoles. Next one on our list is Final Fantasy XVI. Naoki Yoshida's Final Fantasy XVI, which takes place in Valisthea, is the first Final Fantasy game to receive a mature classification. This is interesting because the plot seems to revolve around a political struggle between multiple kingdoms for control of the game's distinctive summons, the icons, which include characters like Shiva and Ifrit. The combat designer from Devil May Cry 5 is in charge of the new action-oriented combat system, so you know it's going to be good. Until December 2023, the PlayStation 5 will be the exclusive platform to play this game. The release date is June 22nd. And last but not least, Starfield. With Starfield, Bethesda Game Studios is going into territory it hasn't been in before, but the game won't look completely different. Despite being the studio's first space game and a new IP, an early gameplay trailer showed familiar gameplay elements from the developer's other games. Director Todd Howard told The Washington Post that the game would be like Skyrim in space, and lead artist Istvan Peli characterized the game's visual style as NASA punk. The PC and Xbox Series XS versions will be available in 2023. That is all for today. What is your favorite game from our list? Tell us in the comments section. TopTube will be back next week, so if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.